Hello, my name's Jeremy Malcolm. I work for the Electronic Frontier Foundation, and I'm going to spend just 5 minutes talking about why we support anonymity as an element of payment systems. Of course, EFF also supports anonymity across the internet, and we believe that that's one of the features of the internet that has driven its success. The internet allows not only the powerful who are free to express their views with their reputations and identities attached, but also those who fear to let their real identities be known when they express their views. And this may be because they're political dissidents, they may be oppressed in their home countries, they may be whistleblowers, they may be sources of journalists, and the law generally has supported this. For example, in the United States, the Supreme Court has repeatedly affirmed the right to anonymous free expression. But anonymity is also strongly tied to privacy. So if you look at Article 8 of the European Human Rights Charter, it's really there that we find support for anonymity as a way of protecting your privacy. Now, these rights are not absolute and they are under attack. So we've seen just last week, as I record this, in the UK, there's been a proposal to abridge the right to anonymously conduct yourself online in a report to the House of Lords on social media and criminal offences. And when you look at payments, there are also attacks on that. Regulation of Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is not truly anonymous, is just another instance of the desire to roll back anonymous transacting ability, such as the anonymity of Swiss bank accounts or similar bank accounts in Singapore, Lebanon, Luxembourg. These are all targeted as being possible for abuse by money launderers and so on. And this is true, and this is one of the things that we have to counter, the perception that if you have nothing to hide, why would you want to be anonymous? Why would you want to transact anonymously? Well, there are very good reasons for that, and it's not only reasons that apply to those that I mentioned, like the dissidents and the whistleblowers, but even ordinary people may want to transact anonymously. And to give an example, there was a well-known case some years ago where Target was doing some profiling of those who shopped at its stores. And because the transactions there were not conducted anonymously, it was possible for them to work out that female shoppers who tended to buy more fragrance-free cosmetics or skincare products were probably in their second trimester of pregnancy. And so Target decided to send out an unsolicited mailing to the home address of one teenage shopper who was in fact pregnant, but her family did not know that. And so when they received in the mail offers of baby products from Target, her secret became known to her family, which was an egregious breach of privacy. So this is one example where the support for anonymous payments really is important for ordinary people. And we need to support this not only in the law, but also through technology. And so that's why the Web Payments Standard is important. We want to see that payment standard incorporating support for anonymity, just as we have technologies that support anonymity on the web, such as Tor, which we use for routing between proxies to anonymize internet usage, HTTPS Everywhere, which is a plugin, a browser plugin that EFF promotes to make sure that links between you and the servers that you access on the internet are encrypted and secure. So these are the kind of technologies we use for general anonymity. We need to have those for payment anonymity as well. So before I close, I need to address this point, which I've sort of alluded to, but not directly addressed. How about criminals? Don't criminals use anonymous payments? Well, of course, yes, they do. But the thing about criminals is that they're not restricted to using legal channels for supporting their activities. They are quite content, as befits their nature, to break the law. So even though, yes, they can use anonymous payments, do you know what else they can do? They can just steal money. They can just steal identities and use other people's identities to purchase products using stolen credit cards, for example. So just facilitating anonymous payments is not going to help the criminals any more than it will help anyone else. It may put some small little speed bumps in their way, but it's going to erect some real roadblocks for those who don't want to break the law, those who want to legally transact anonymously, and who simply want to do that for legitimate purposes, whether it's to protect their own privacy or because they are the subjects of oppression and they need to maybe donate money to WikiLeaks and their government doesn't like WikiLeaks. So EFF's bottom line for the payment standards work is that we would like to see anonymity being supported through online payments just as it is through offline payments where we can use cash or anonymously purchased debit or credit cards. We think the same should apply to online payments, and we support any work that the W3C Online Payments Group can do to support the retention of that capability. Thank you very much.